Good morning. It's 1:41 p.m. in New York time. This is the Noob's uh, RChain work study group, and we have Mom Chimov here. How do you say that?
Chilov.
Manchilov. I'm gonna screw it up, and I apologize in advance. I'm just
Okay.
really bad with names. They just don't sink in. And where are you located?
London.
And you're interested in developing an adventure game on the blockchain, on the RChain. From what
Okay.
is that true? I mean, what is it? What brings you here? What do you want to do? What do you want to build?
Well, I was hoping to get into translating the C++ code into Rolang, although I think it would be difficult for me, but at least I want to try.
Okay, yeah, we were discussing that just before you came on. Now, apparently, that effort
Yeah, I've got lights behind me too.
it's been subcontracted to Mike Stay's company, and I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's all actually a good idea.
So Mike said that he's interested. Is there somewhere he can read more about the program? They have very limited funds.
Okay.
I have to tell him that we have to see what we can do. The other person is Nash Foster. Does Nash Foster work for Mike Stay?
He works for Pyrofex. I don't know what the relationship is.
Is Pyrofex the name of Mike Stay's company?
Uh,
I think it is. It sounds familiar.
but we could play a role in their efforts too.
Right. Well, this has to be worked out.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to Mike about it now, and I'm talking with Nash Foster also, since he seems to be involved, associated with that effort, according to Kent.
Okay. Well, where do you think I guess we have to just kind of wait until these things sort of get resolved and we sort of see what the structure is to figure out where we might go to.
I think, I think certainly, probably today we'll figure out something with Mike, I don't know, and see whether we're going to pursue this activity with the new group or not. Do you have a second choice of something you're interested in? How about the Rolang to Rosette?
Okay, that's the old VM, correct?
The Rosette VM is what they're going to be using
Initially.
Well, they're going to be using it for quite a while. Okay.
Okay.
The implementation of Rosette in Scala
Scum.
for the JVM is an alternative to make it easier to deploy. Really. Okay. The reason Rosette VM is going to be faster and but it's going to be a little bit harder to deploy. Yeah, there could be a point where there's where the Rosette VM is obsoleted, but I don't think Greg is planning that right now.
Okay, let's try and get that running on my machine.
Okay, so that's the RosetteNet project.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the docs. That's RChain.
Okay, Kent helped us with that, and he has a Vagrant Vagrant method of installing it.
Yeah, I saw the GitHub repo.
Jim, so we're going to run RosetteNet. They won't run on Windows, will they? At this point?
Sure, you can run it on Windows. I run it on Windows.
No, I'm on Linux. I'm on Ubuntu.
All right. But you're going to run a virtual machine anyway, right?
Yeah, I have Docker.
That's what Vagrant does.
I don't have Vagrant yet, but I'll install it.
You know, you may have no trouble. You may be able to get it to run without that. It's just that for some reason, getting it, it came out of the box. It only ran on. Mac, and Kent got it to work with this, with this Vagrant deploy, and so we haven't. I did try to build it without Vagrant, and I had an issue. So the least resistance path was to just run it with Vagrant.
Yeah, Vagrant is just for that. It deploys a virtual machine, and it bootstraps it, installs what it's needed. So I'm installing Vagrant.
Are you going to follow along, Gary? You going to get this done?
Should I share my screen?
You're on Windows, right, Gary?
Well, yeah, I'm on a cell phone, so I can't follow along, but I can watch. But it's not so much for me, but the people who are going to watch this video possibly later. So
yeah, definitely. Show your screen. Okay, on Windows, you're going to install VirtualBox, then you're going to install Vagrant.
How does that work?
And then you create a
video settings. How do I share my screen?
In the middle at the bottom, you have to hover.
Oh, share screen. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like that.
Awesome.
Okay, so under Ubuntu, I did install Vagrant. So that's what I did, and this is the process that took place. And from then, before that, I did git clone in the repository. Yep. And that created this directory. So I do Vagrant up.
Okay, so you're going to have to install Git too.
Yeah, I have I have Git.
I'm just saying Gary will have to install Git for Windows.
Yes, I recognize that.
Okay.
And then you use Git bash to take, well, to type these commands after you install Vagrant and
I need to install VirtualBox.
VirtualBox, right?
So what do I need to install?
What happened?
Okay. Oh, but do I need to? Oh, okay.
VirtualBox. So on Linux, you need VirtualBox too, huh?
Say that.
Oh, I might need to reboot after this.
Could be. So while it's doing that, we could talk a little bit about rosette.
Okay.
Yes, I hear it too.
Yeah, and you know, I guess in part that's exposing our rosette instances, which I set that up so that we can use SSH tunneling to expose our instance at a public IP without exposing our machine. Now, do you have a dynamic IP address where you are, or
So I'm behind a router.
I'm
I can
you
forward the port.
you would want to use the SSH tunneling, and probably. It's all, you know, that way your machine's not exposed, and that's the way I think other people will be exposed through an SSH tunnel. We can expose them all on the same host.
Okay. I think oh no, my public keys on another my private keys on another box.
No, yeah. The only thing we'd be exposing is the port you're running, the one port you're running Rosette on.
I can do a port forwarding, I think.
Right. That's exactly what we use an SSH tunnel.
Well, SSH tunnel for to be able to use an SSH tunnel, I need to connect to another box running SSH, I think. A remote box running SSH.
I don't. Yeah, we there's a host we use for that.
Oh, okay.
So everybody could use the same host to expose their nodes, just different ports.
Right.
Or if we do something fancy, we can do host names, whatever. We need a wildcard certificate.
Okay, I'm running the Vagrant up now. Hopefully it would work.
All right. So in order for us to make use of our network of Rosette machines, we would need to be able to create an actor class of remote actors, so that if I if I am going to send a message to an actor on your on your instance of Vagrant, I would have a wrapper for that actor that sent it over a TCP/IP connection to the address where your instance is exposed.
What's an actor?
What's an actor? Okay. Rosette is an actor model language. Actors are more primitive in Rosette than objects. Actors are the actor model. Was it Hewlett? I get all confused. An actor is something that simply has a mailbox, and it's a distributed computing model, where the only thing you can really do is send a message to a mailbox.
Okay. So that's like
in the object model, you can only send a message to an object. But the difference is that the actors are somewhat autonomous agents that hold state. So you have parallel processing inherent in it. And the reason the Rosette model was chosen is because it has concurrency at the lowest level.
Okay. So messages fly back and forth?
Yeah, and they're processed. You send the message and it's processed asynchronously.
Okay, like Rolang, with the channels and
right, sort of. Okay, but Greg emphasizes that we're not making actors. We're not really taking advantage of the actor model in the way it's intended to be used. In other words, we're using its capabilities more directly to implicate the process calculus model as opposed to the actor model. But until that's available, we can use actors to make our contracts. We can define contracts as actors. Okay, we don't need in order for us to experiment, we don't need the whole thing done.
That would be interesting to see. It's still installed.
And unfortunately, somebody is going to have to learn Rosette pretty well for us to make this remote object actor class. Kent, did some examples of how to do TCP/IP connections and stuff in Rosette way back when, which is lost in the history. But I guess if we read the manual, we'll figure that out. It's just like there's a lot to learn in order to get that to work. But the first thing is to
okay, this is booted and ready. So now what?
Now you type make.
Oh, no.
You do a Rosette. You have to do oh, geez. I should have been looking this up.
Okay.
Do a Rosette. Did you do a Vagrant up?
Yes, I did. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, you did the Vagrant up. You'd have to do a Vagrant SSH?
Yes, I'm in already.
Okay, so you're in there. And then you go into the directory and you type what is it /Vagrant?
Yes.
And you type make.
Okay. Make what? Okay. Oh, I need to install those. Okay, that's useful.
Okay, I'm surprised he didn't do that before he made the Vagrant. Well, I guess he just
Well,
did.
the Vagrant file can contain those commands, I think, as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
So I might put them in and do a pull request afterwards.
Awesome. I think you're going to be a tremendous asset to the noobs.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I agree, Jim.
Yeah, this guy, he knows what he's doing.
okay. So I'm not very good at C or C++ coding. if that,
Yeah,
but
I did a lot of C programming. Uh, very little C++.
C is not that bad to learn. It's not that difficult. Although thinking, uh, having to okay, I'm in Rosette. Having to program in C is difficult. Mm,
Yeah, especially when, with large team of programmers,
yeah.
it's very hard to debug. There's all kinds of traps and problems, and the tools are getting better. But I had about you know uh, 15,000 lines of C code that I had to maintain. I had 24 research assistants when we had funding. When the funding ran out, I was maintaining the code by myself, and a lot of it was code that was like a graduate student's first program. And I would never do a large project again in C. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I have that running now, I think.
Okay, so you can try something like um, uh, uh, why don't you why don't you uh, why don't you give me remote control here? Hello, is it time already? It's time. Oh no.
Hello there.
Hi.
Am I too early or wrong meeting? You tell me.
You are here at the right time. Um, um, it, um, I unfortunately I would like to continue this if it's okay with you, and we can meet again in a half hour.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be back in half an hour. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Thanks, Johan.
Later.
What was that about?
Um, this is about the alternative currency we're providing for the Digital Life Collective. We're having a meeting. We're presenting it tomorrow to the community.
The Internet of People.
That's FIRMAT, the Internet of People. This is the Digital Life Cooperative, which hopefully will cooperate with the Internet of People. But that's been that's where they're developing this sociocratic system for creating the internet we want.
Okay.
This is interesting. Let's see. Do I have control?
Yes, I think you do.
I don't know if you want control, Gary. You can just try something here.
No, go.
So it's
Go.
oops. It's not postfix notation. It's prefix notation. Do you know any Rosette at all? Okay, so
Okay.
I guess 3 + 3 is 6.
Yeah, it's
We
just sort of like Lisp, huh?
Right. Now I'm not typing again. What's going on here? Now we can define factorial. And Oh, okay. So let's see. We can. Um, I don't know where this is.
What happened?
Oh, well, I was, looking for I just wanted to do a simple example here, and I thought I could do it from memory, but I obviously can't. Oops. Let me just make sure I'm still here.
Okay, that's my last command.
I don't know. Okay, so I can't paste into this. I don't know why I can sometimes, but we
You
could.
could his computer. I don't think you could do that, can you, Jim?
I thought I could. So so I def proc back n to b if greater than n2 1 less than n2 1. So factorial is less than 2. If n is less than 2, we're going to the factorial is going to be 1. Otherwise, it's going to be the factorial minus n1, n minus 1. Oops. I can't really backspace it, can I? Can I backspace? I guess I got a backspace. The factorial of the multiplication of the factorial of minus n1, n minus 1, times n. You're familiar with factorial, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Factorial of 5 is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so if n is less than 2, the factorial is just 1. 1 times 1 is 1.
Okay, yeah. Got it.
And keep getting this
Minus.
thing in the way. And then times n, and that's the end. I just need to close these n parentheses.
Compile time building.
Okay, so it created fact, and then I had one too many parentheses after that, which is okay. So if I do a fact 5,
There's no binding for if.
no binding for if.
Yeah, something's not right here.
Why is there no binding for if?
Look, it says up there, no compile time binding for get FD. File descriptor?
Yeah. Okay, boot.rdl. So this is a lot of the built-in stuff is defined in these routines.
Okay.
Get FD, I don't think that would have to do with if.
So should I open another window?
I'm not sure how we debug this. If is definitely part of rosette. Oh, I see what's wrong.
What?
Well, there's two problems here. One was that I had an extra parentheses at the end, and the reason I had an extra parentheses at the end is because I was missing one.
No
I
binding.
don't know why this isn't working. I was missing one before the if.
Oh.
Okay. A parenthesis before if.
Yeah, because the if is a separate element here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a we're trying to create.
It's not. You know, the operation comes first. So, you know, if I could define if with a value. Well, that would be a bad thing. But
If is going to be the first element in a string, right? In a list.
right. What is it? Maybe I should let you type. I'm having trouble with this
Should
thing.
I try?
Yeah, why don't you type? We need we need an if here. And then why don't you copy and paste the rest of the line on the end of this? If you
Maybe if I open an editor
can. Oh,
and
you can't copy and paste off the screen?
yeah, that would be. Do you know how to use Vim?
I know how to use Vim, but I guess what I'm suggesting here is just copy and paste it right off the screen here. Just after the if. We fixed the problem up to the. Just copy up to the if. Oh, you're taking the whole thing. Okay. There you go.
So I need
There.
there, like that.
I don't think so. What is that? No, you have to start a list and then say if.
I have to start a list.
Right. In other words, the det proc takes two arguments. One is the prototype of the procedure, fact n, and the other is the procedure, and that has to be grouped in parentheses. So open parentheses if.
Wait. What am I doing? So this in. Okay, because it's capital case. And this has to be. So the second argument.
Yeah, you need an end parentheses after the n. That's part of the prototype of the procedure. Factorial of n.
I need what? Sorry.
You need an end. You need an end parentheses after the n and a beginning parentheses before the if.
Okay, like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And this is the second argument, and this is an extra.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't extra. We were missing one.
Yeah. That's the last one. Okay, let's try it. Fact.
Okay. Yep, we defined fact again. Now let's see if it works. Well, you need a parentheses. You need a beginning parentheses fact.
Like that.
Yeah.
Formulas mismatch.
Mismatch.
Fact N.
I don't know why it has 5, 6 in there. Did you type 5 backspace 6 and they put that in?
No, just 6. Like that.
You're using brackets instead of parentheses. Here. Oh, no, you're not. Never mind.
So.
Okay, so there's something wrong. What could it be?
So it's a recursive function because it does the process.
Oh, I see. Yep, we got a misplaced parentheses there. We have N1. Wait, no. Yeah, there's. We have we pass 2 parameters to fact when we call it recursively. So we have parentheses wrong there. We need the second N. We need that final last N outside that parentheses.
Okay, so the last N should be outside of the. Okay. Like this.
Right. Okay,
let's.
now Factorial has just 1 argument, which is correct. Before, Factorial has 2 arguments. It has N minus 1 and it has N.
N.
And
Yeah.
that's wrong. We want to multiply the N times the factorial of N minus 1.
Okay, so that's fact 6. Huh. Blank. Okay, it's recursing. Is it? Oh, fact.
Why would it be? Why? How could we have a loop here? What did we do?
How can I get outside of the loop?
It may still be open. Do we need another? Try putting a parentheses on the line and just enter.
Like that.
Yeah, no, I think it's running now. So you may have to do a control backslash or vertical bar.
Control backslash. Vertical bar.
Control shift. Control shift. Wait.
Pipe. Pipe character. Where's the pipe? No. That's not my computer. Okay. Yeah, that did it.
RM core. Did it really make a core? RM core.
It quit.
Yeah. So you want to do RM core.
Okay. Back up.
Okay. But I mean, we can look at that again and see how it could be possible for us to recurse. Okay, if it's less than
There's too many after that minus n1. That can't be right, can it?
N minus 1. Why not?
Minus N1. Well, I mean, we can type these things individually and make sure they give us what we expect.
Okay, let's do that.
This is
So we can type like minus 5 minus like that. Minus 5. Okay, it's 4. So this one works. So we have.
you get the fact 4. Okay, but if you type fact 2, you're going to get stuck again, huh?
Fact 2.
Okay, just do less than 1, 2. See what you get.
Less than 1 instead of 2. Correct?
No, I mean, just type in parentheses less than 2, 1, 2. Type in rosette.
Okay, parentheses. Okay.
Okay, that's true. So if type parentheses if parentheses less than 1, 2. Wait. If takes 3 arguments.
It takes 3 arguments.
Okay, what to do in the true case? You have to put what to do in the true case and what to do in the false case.
Okay, I get it. So then it's 1, so it's true, right? And after, if not, it's 0. It's false.
Right. And parentheses.
Okay, yeah. So it's true.
So it's true. Okay, and in our example, so if we do a fact, of 1, it should return 1. Enter.
Okay, I need to.
Okay, because we restarted the.
Yep.
Okay, so it works for 1. Let's try. So if we, so the next thing we do is we're going to multiply the fact of 1, which is 1, times 2.
Multiply. But why do we have to?
Try fact 2 and see what happens.
Okay.
Maybe there was an anomaly. Maybe this work. This has to work.
No,
Oh,
no. We
no.
have an extra fact, I think.
Oh yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah.
Uh,
So Control Shift and a Control. Okay. Have an extra fact.
yeah, I don't know why I didn't see that. I guess it's easier. I guess if you pretty print these things, it makes it clear what you did wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Get rid of one of those facts.
Which one?
Get rid of that one.
That one.
Yeah, because we want to do a multiply. We don't want to.
So those that parentheses, I'm going to remove those.
Yeah. Okay, and now they match. Good.
And I'm going to copy this. Cool.
Okay, and now we got it.
And
We need parentheses.
works. 6. Yep,
All right.
that's nice.
So, Jim, you were talking about someone has to learn Rosette well enough to be able to create this actor that we will use until the row calculus gets implemented to take care of what formerly the actor model did for us.
Well, yeah, and a lot of this we can do ourselves as we're learning Rosette on our individual instances. What I was talking about there was, well, I'll share my screen.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab a glass of water real quick. Give me a minute. Should I stop mine?
I'll steal it.
Okay.
This is the actual format. This is what the formatted version of the fact routine, which obviously we couldn't have made such silly mistakes we had used.
Did you just get it? No. I don't believe it home. Oh, wow. Really? I didn't hear you since 6:30. Sorry. I'm on a conversation.
Could you go over the motivation for what you're about to show us how to do again?
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going over the example we were playing with before, both to help Matimvid and yourself see what I was talking about in terms of developing remote actors versus developing, objects on your own instance. Okay, this example taken from the manual of the test bank account. Where you have to define symbols before you can use them. So you have to define your operations first. And then we can define an actor bank account that has slots, which are the variables. In this case, it has one slot, the balance. And then it has a withdrawal method and it has a deposit method. Okay, and then, these actors can evolve in the sense that this doesn't define a method to get the balance out. But we can define an operation balance and define a method in bank account that does the balance. Okay, and we were looking at some other ways that you can dynamically update these things. We could add a slot assets. Oh. Okay, this is just defining an actor, my own user agent, so to speak. And I just put some arbitrary slots available to them, in this case, a new bank account. I guess the point of this isn't showing much, except that if from your instance you wanted to access my Jim Scarver object, we would need to define an actor class, which would give the host and port number of my instance, so it could perform an operation on my actor, on my instance. Does that make sense?
No.
It's starting to make sense to me, but this is like the fourth time I've heard all this. So,
well, actually, we didn't talk about remote objects much before. I don't think. I think this is brand new. In Java they call it delegates. Sometimes you call it a proxy. You create a local object on your local machine that does an operation on a remote system. Now, what we did was if you okay, so you can type rosette into your instance, or when we expose it, we can you can send the rosette code to my instance to get the result back. And I got to go, guys. We have to. We're starting another meeting here.
Okay.
thank you, Tim. Thank you, Mom Chilla. This was a good class today.
Yeah, it was. It was very useful. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.